Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Laura's Place of Art. Today I'm going to do the fourth in the series of collaging, and as you can see I've been grouping colours together. So I've got a blue to green range here, an orange to kind of vibrant pinks and orange and kind of mustardy colours with a little bit of pink coming in. And here I've got greens going into kind of avocado colours. And then we've got some purple and some blues that are just literally scraps of paper coloured up with my Koh-i-Noor watercolours. As you can see from here, I'm just going to show you these. These are old photographs that I've just literally taken and just gone across with the pigmented inks. So nothing too literally old photograph where I've coloured up because obviously things have gone wrong and the focus has not been there, or basically I was looking for another surface. So I thought I'd come on and just basically work on a small piece. And again, I'm just going to say to you, put something down underneath, which I've got a cutting mat there. You don't have to use a cutting mat, you can use plastic. And then I've got a piece of actually scrap paper that I'm going to go on to. So generally when I start collaging, and I'm just going to show you some other collaging that I've done that's been very, very basic, and it's working with just literally scraps of paper that I've had, and this is a way I like to actually put them down, but also at the same time I'm going to put something on these when it triggers. I do a lot of florals, so basically I'm going to put probably florals down. This is another one, doesn't matter which way you turn it. You could even have it as artwork on its own. By the time you framed it and maybe used a gold pen or some paint, you can bring out various different things in the surface. And again, it's just very, very easy in terms of just using up your old papers and sticking them into a collage. And this is just like a combination of different things. So I think I may have showed those before in previous videos before, but I thought I would continue on the actual process of collaging with colour and just playing around with colour. So you can leave the image just as it is, but I like to tear. I have got a pair of scissors if I want them, but I'm just going to start to put the colour down, and literally I'm tearing, and this can have a uniform way of working or you can scatter it. It just depends on what you're feeling and how the mood's taking you. So at the moment I'm quite enjoying just actually tearing the old photograph, which actually tears lovely, can I just say. So really nice tearing, because it seems to pick up. So I'm going to put that one there, and at the moment I'm just working out my layout plan. So I haven't got a purple one that is for the colours, so we're just going to work with kind of 3 at this moment of time. But as you can see, I'm kind of planning out how I am laying things down. Now when you start to plan your layout, sometimes you have no direction whatsoever, and that's fine because you don't always have to have a direction, but just think about how you're putting things down. As you can see, I've got straight edges, which is obviously the outside of the actual photograph that I've painted up, and you can see that I'm kind of putting the outer lines to the right hand side. Don't ask me why I've just started doing that. It just feels right to do it. And so I've ended up with the rough sides basically majority around. I could turn that one around so that makes all straights going in the middle. Okay, so then you've got all roughs. But as I've kind of done different things going on, I thought I would actually have a look of having just one with the rough in the middle. Now, I've also got this one, which I'm going to tear. And certainly by no means, you can work as large or as small as you like. It all depends on your preference and how you're feeling. Remember, this is all about confidence. This is confidence to explore different types of things that may channel you into creating some wonderful artwork along the way. So I'm just going to kind of move everything over towards that way because I'm aware that I'm looking at just balancing out my actual image. So I have this coming down. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit further and play with kind of what I've got. So that kind of balances out. Ideally, it would have been lovely to have 4, but I might just bring in some purple as we go along. So although I start out with what I've got, it's going to basically get probably a little bit more involved once I start. I just want to say, when you start collaging, you can use absolutely anything. This was actually some cheese was rolled up in this paper, and I just liked it because I like the idea of the check, the kind of old kind of, and the fact that it's slightly washed out because I actually washed the paper, which made the colour come out of it. So I use a mound of different things, from using decorative papers that have been created by myself, or basically looking at doing painted stuff. Again, this was to do with spraying. So I do a mound of different things, and also courses that lead up to doing decorative papers. And sometimes it will work out that you bring the sewing machine in and you start doing that way. So just to reiterate from some of the last videos, I'm working with watered down PVA glue. Watered down PVA glue is a really good way to do collaging and to actually work getting your images down. So I'm just going to put that there so I don't keep dripping over. And again, I'm just going to move over, not losing too much shape. I'm going to paint the background down, which is on to this paper. And I have to say, the paper that I'm putting it onto is, again, actually just scrap. And I'm just going to lay that there. Remember, it probably takes overnight to actually dry out. Okay. And just going to bring that one over as well. So again, when you're collaging, just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And just remember that you're trying these things out, which are going to maybe later on go to something that you like. But also, this is actually like instant artwork, and it's so easy that you are just kind of relying on the colours and the design to take you actually into making something that is of the same nature. I think I can put that one up there like so. Kind of turn that around. Okay, I quite like the fact that it's uneven, so it's almost like a stained glass window that you're creating on here. So again, I'm leaving gaps. Just decided to leave gaps. So leaving gaps and allowing that to let it work its own magic. And there's nothing like just having a go on a Sunday and just relaxing and trying different things out. If you don't try different things out, you don't know how good something will come out eventually. And collaging is such an old kind of method. So that's the start. Now, in previous videos, I did say go over the top. This will dry clear, okay? So you can go over the top if you're going to stick something down. Another good thing to stick down is actually tissue paper. So I could have gone with tissue paper on top, but actually I haven't on this occasion. I'm just going to look at, and I might put tissue paper down later on. Okay, that is going to dry clear and it's coming out colour. So the colour is coming through from the pigmented inks. So I work with a lot of Koh-i-Noor pigmented inks. I have shown them on previous videos. So now I'm going to start to add the colours basically that I've got around me. So this is going to start to build up, and again, I have no plan here. I'm just laying it down and I'm seeing what happens, okay? So this is where you want to start to, and this one I will say is much more regimented than working with this, okay? So now I'm kind of actually looking at the design side. Now, my background is really as a textile designer. I do a lot of different things that brings in my art, and that's probably going a bit too far over, but so I do a lot of designs that are based around textile designs so that I can actually take them and repeat them and then get them onto fabric. So I'm going to take that one there. I'm then going to have just bring this one over here, and we're going to do the same in terms, and at the moment I'm just working out the design, but I'm laying it down and then I will stick it down. But I thought I wanted to show you that you can, you know, not go so random. You know, there's all different ways of doing collaging, as I say, and it's just getting to feel comfortable in what you're doing and just trying things out. You know, if you don't try things out, you never know how good you are. That's how I look at it. So with that, I'm just going to do this, okay, and again, just literally bringing things into practice. I think that's a bit long, but I quite like the idea that it's going to come into the blue. So as you see, I'm actually sort of looking at the overlap now, and then we'll end up filling this all in with various other images. I'm going to just bring that one. So a little bit of this one coming in, which is a different color altogether, but then that could lead to my next color range if I was going to do that. So this is what I'm going with at the moment, and what I'm going to do is then fill in, but you can see from this video just balancing your design, which is really about layout, and also working with things that are a little bit more that you're allowing yourself to place things. So if you like what I do, subscribe. Generally I try and get the videos going, bringing something out every sort of week to 2 weeks, and just, you know, subscribe, make comments. Love to have talks with people. I am looking at bringing out some online workshops and also in live workshops, but if you're interested, and I'm in the middle of getting my website up and going, but in the process, just enjoy it, try things out, okay? You don't know how confident you are until you try things out, and just remember, be you, be amazing, and just have a go at doing art. Bye for now.